Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Ferguson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Looking for room. It's Bishop. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
That's caught. It's Brown. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Jackson gonna throw it. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. You got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Colin, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Going deep. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice...
Touchdown, Cougar! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ferguson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Jackson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Sherrill. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments, considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires left. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback adapting. He'll throw it. Finds the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away.
Grabs it up to 25 in stride. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jess agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Touchdown, Wazoo! Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Just down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Arkansas, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Ferguson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Hand off from the shotgun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give to the tailback. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll send the back in motion. Takes a handoff. It's Bishop. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Jackson going to throw it. Looking for a huge play. It's picked off. That's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Off the play fake on first down. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pocket breaking down. Steps away. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Makes a pass to Marker. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed, and elusiveness. Just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. On the ground, it's Washington. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's right. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He's in open space downfield. Washington State going quickly. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback making checks. They'll leave it with him. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll take a shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the deep...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson will throw. Rushes on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrill. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Pratt. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The Razorbacks will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Takes a hit as he fires. The sure hands, it's Williams. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Washington State will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking for a man. It's Duggar. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on third down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The offense changing the play. On third down, he drops to throw. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Wazoo offense onto the field again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third-and-long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll go to the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Hines is big tight end. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. They take the lead with the 6.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Auburn is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there on the Plains, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Jackson gonna throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Going right to work up top. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Snap it to the back. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. Try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. The quick out. Turning it on. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on it.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Duggar. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got him. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Razorbacks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker, it's Brown. Touchdown, Arkansas! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by just 2 over Baylor. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll go with a direct snap. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's He's got an open man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Washington State lines up quickly.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Scanning the field, it's Duggar. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Sherrill. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They'll go hurry up here. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it for a big play. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Hit as he throws. He's got it. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They move on top here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Duggar. Pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time? Breaking on the ball. It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's right. They'll get him down, but not before it crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a
deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tied in the red zone.
I absolutely love when defensive backs do exactly what he did. Don't try to make the big play. A lot of times you see them go up together and the receiver come down, but he goes up, he bats the football down, make sure nobody catches it, no points are getting put on the board. Nice play by the...
Touchdown Cougars! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Washington. He's past the marker and out of bounds. There are still 14 seconds left. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter. Need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock, and back-to-back 1st downs to try to put together a late drive. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Jackson gonna throw it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle. It's Bishop. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.